Hey everybody, welcome back to the 30 Minutes of Fame podcast. Today I'm joined by Chelsey, better known as Flobella. A few episodes ago I had Jeff on, the other half of this power couple, and it's like, let's do the double show. So here we are. She's the force behind Guide to Light, waking up with zero self-worth, kind of like a lot of what I went through for a lot of years to not even caring if you saw the next day, drinking every night. We may have the same last name and it's a pretty similar story. So,
I know. Jeff was kind of telling me a little bit about yours, and so I've been excited to make this podcast with you and talk about it.
yeah, welcome to my show. So you have your own podcast that you host with Jeff.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
I guess we'll take me back to we'll start with your rock bottom and your big turning point, and we'll go from there.
Man. Well, let's see. I didn't have the easiest childhood. That's what led to me drinking or getting into it as deeply as I did. Um, Kind of just wanting to escape and just not be home. And I wanted to be social. And so I ran to the bottle a lot. And gosh, my rock bottom, oh man. I think I feel like there were so many moments because I tried to quit drinking for a long time. If you can relate to that,
Mhm.
how long that takes to just go through that. And I didn't realize that I had a problem at first. I just liked going out and drinking and having a good time, and I thought everything was good. And I should have paid attention to my bloodline and both sides of my family because I have multiple alcoholics on both sides. And so, yeah, it started out just a drink or two here on the weekends, things like that. And slowly it just, accumulated. It started tearing my life down. It wasn't fun and games anymore. I was drinking and making decisions that I was definitely not proud of whatsoever. And I would literally turn into a whole nother person when I drank. So it was just like two different people. You couldn't tell the
Mhm.
difference. Um, and it came to the point to where I was drinking so much. And then one day I had a friend of mine that I grew up with, and her mom passed away. And I was drinking whiskey like heavily. And I think it just hit something in my mind. It made me really, really sad. And I had my pistol and I was like ready to take my own life. So that was the moment where I knew, okay, this is no longer like a joke anymore. Like I'm literally, thank God, like I blacked out. I'm not even sure what happened. I just remember having whiskey in one hand and a pistol in the other. And I was like, I'm ready to just go because my life at that point was just miserable. I was just living in a sense of like, I just constantly wanted to escape reality, escape my childhood, escape what was going on. And I was never taught like what I was supposed to do. What's next? How do I defeat alcohol? Like my parents both had issues. My dad had issues with drugs, so he used, and then my mom was a severe alcoholic. So it was like I wasn't able to learn from either of them, how do I escape this? Like it kept happening to like all of my family. And so after, I had that happen and I held the pistol to my head, my dad's like, you need to get 5150. We need to put you in a, like, basically kind of like a mental institution. And then they sober you up and give you narcotics and different things like that to get you out of it. And so I went there and I just, looked around and I'm just like, this isn't like where I'm supposed to be. Like, why am I here? Like, I'm better than this. I shouldn't. I just, I realized that I took alcohol too far and it was sad that it had to come to me getting close to taking my own life to get it to that point. Not to mention, like, there was so many things I did to my family, to my siblings. Like, I remember my first DUI when I was 20, and that didn't stop me. It was just like an accumulation. Like, I thought it would be fun to just party and go out, and it's okay. And then, I would make all these mistakes, I'd make all these things that would happen. And yeah, it just sucked. I didn't understand why every time I drank, I wanted to escape, but I just hurt the people that I loved so much around me. And it destroyed my life completely. Like, just always being broke, always like there's so much stuff that comes to it, but I definitely believe that it's like an accumulation
Mm.
repetitively because I feel like a lot of people just start drinking mainly to escape. Like you think you're getting away from it, but really you're just like compounding all your issues because you're never taking care of any of your issues.
Well,
You just keep drinking and your issues stay there and nothing ever, I don't know, just solves the problem. And it took, like, that's why I'm so thankful to God that I met Jeff because it took meeting him. He didn't realize how deep of an alcoholic I was at first. We were like just having fun, going out, like having parties and doing all this stuff. And then he's like, wait a second, like you drink and then you turn into a whole different person, you know? And at that point, like, you probably understand when you're a severe alcoholic, like, you don't care about the next day. I didn't care about waking up. At any moment, I was happy if I passed away. I didn't have a reason to live. Why? I grew up and I didn't have the best, childhood. We grew up super poor. We didn't have much at all. And it was just like repeatedly, all these bad things just seemed to keep happening. And then, thank God, though, later down the line, I ended up meeting Jeff. And after knowing and like him telling me what he went through with his car accident and everything, it gave me hope because I was like, man, if you can get through all of that, then I have to be able to get through, my addiction. And I have to be able, there has to be a way. So I truly feel like it took to have somebody by my side that didn't give up on me, that believed in me. Like he saw the girl I am, the woman I am today through all of that.
mm.
I was a mess. I was like way far gone. And so, yeah, it's, uh, I don't know. I just think you reach a point where enough is enough. I don't know if you can relate to that at all or
Oh, I
like,
certainly can. Like I noticed one thing, you had posted this old photo of you at just that still breaks you when you look at it. And I'm wondering, like, every day I go on, I log into Facebook and I check my online memories, the flashbacks from the day of whatever year ago. And some of the stuff that comes up, oh my goodness, I don't remember any of it. Like stuff from the Dominican, stuff from karaoke nights, stuff. Oh, I'd never be able to run for mayor or like city council because some of the stuff I've done. But
yeah,
so what's that like for you to look back on those old pictures or those old memories now when you come this far?
I'm going to be honest. It's still hard. It's still, um, it was funny. It's funny you bring that up because the other day I've been digging in to just, we're trying to get bigger on social media. So I'm like, I need to pull from like as old as I have. What are the worst photos? And the other day I'm going through the laptop and I randomly found a folder that I haven't seen like years and years. I
Wow.
didn't even realize it was there. And I started flipping through it and it made me so sick to my stomach because I'm like, I don't even know who that person is. Like, I have no, and just to look at those pictures and it just brings me back in my memory. And at first I got down on myself. I'm going to be honest. Like, I looked at it and I'm like, how did I let myself get, to that point? But at the same time, I didn't know any better, you know? And I dreamed of being the woman I am today. Like, the woman I look in the mirror today, I built. I built her. And it took time. It's taken effort. It's sacrifice. It's not easy whatsoever. Like it took a lot to get me to the point that I am today. And so at first it made me sad, but then it made me proud because back then I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror. I
Mm.
had zero respect for myself. Like I would look in the mirror and I would cry. Like so many times. And so now it's like I can look in the mirror and I can be proud of the person that I am today. I feel good. I don't have like weight on my chest anymore. Like I was living in literally chaos. Everything was chaos. Where now it's like my life is peace. I don't have like things on my chest like, "Oh no, I did this," or "Oh no, I did that." Like I'm light. I feel free. So to see that and to look back into the past, yeah, I could look at it in a negative way, but at the same time, it's like, man, also, like, I have to be so damn proud of myself, you know? Because if I kept going on that route, I wouldn't even be here talking to you right now. Honest to
Love it.
God. Like,
Um, Now you're the Flobella show. How did that get started? And
oh man. Um, well, so what happened was I worked construction for about 5 years. I did sales in construction in California for a long time. And when we moved to North Carolina, I still did the same thing. I worked in construction. Well, one day I'm working, and it was last year in May, and I got extremely sick. Like, I mean, I almost lost my life with alcohol, but then, like they always say, like, lose your health, it can change everything. And I started going to work, and I was just feeling dizzy. My head's like just, it felt like my head was going to explode, like compressing. All of a sudden, my heart was going nuts. All this stuff was happening to me. And I'm like, hey, I'm taking pretty good care of myself. I don't know where this is coming from. Well, long story short, I go through this huge, like, just medical battle. I thought that I literally was going to die. Like, I could not get off, like, out of the bed. My whole body was like in shakes. I got down to like 118 pounds. I could see my rib cage, just everything. And I went doctor to doctor to doctor, and nothing was, like, they couldn't figure out what it was. And literally, I prayed. And that's how this all started. It was like, after going through that, I realized how quickly my life could be gone, just like that.
hmm,
So fast. And I don't think I ever, it didn't truly hit me until that time. And I remember sitting in the bathtub, and I was like, God, am I going to be gone? And all this stuff that I did, I worked so hard to be better than I wanted to be in my childhood. I worked so hard to have the things that I had. And I thought about it, and I'm like, well, if I die, what does it even matter? What did I leave? Did I leave anything for this world? Did I do anything different for this world? Like, what was the point of me being here? That's always been my question. Like, why am I here? And so I prayed, and I was like, God, like, if you keep me alive, I will do everything in my power to help as many people as I possibly can, because I hate to die and just, like, feel like I didn't do anything or didn't give back for my life. I've come so far. I've watched so many of my family members die, and it's like, but for what? You know? And so, to me, it's like, when me and Jeff talked, I'm like, I can't go back into flooring. Like, I can't keep selling people something that I don't feel is helping them. This doesn't feel like my purpose anymore. I feel like we are here for a reason. Why is he still alive? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why
hmm,
am I still alive? I've had multiple times that I shouldn't be here. So why are we not using that to do better for other people? Do better, make a difference. I want to die and be like, heck yeah, I kicked the heck out of life. I did everything I possibly could to help every single person that I possibly could, no matter what it took, because I want us to be an example to people that, like, I don't care where you come from, I don't care how you grew up, I don't care what you've been through. You can change your life just so drastically. You have no idea, like, the power of the mind, the power of the body. Like, after getting sick, no doctor could tell me what was wrong with me. They could just kept giving me so many different pills. Take this, take that, take this. No, it's this. Literally all I did at the end of the day, I was like, I can't afford to keep doing this. Like, and I just prayed about it and literally stood in the mirror and told my subconscious to heal myself. I started looking into, like, quantum healing. I started looking into, like, just prayer, everything. And I just kept praying. I just kept manifesting it in my mind over and over and over again. I'm going to get better. My body's going to get better. And I truly believe that we are so much more capable than we think we are. Like, there's so much that the human body can do. Like, look at Jeff. How in the world is he able, the way he lifts, the way he goes on hikes with me, the things that he does is insane. After looking at the pictures of him being in a hospital bed, and it's like, how is that man still walking around and doing the things that he does? How
Oh,
can you
it blew
explain
my
that?
mind. Just all the
You
injuries
know?
he lifted off, and I'm like, good Lord, here I am bitching about a sore leg. And
That's what I mean. It's like, so it just getting, I don't want people living this life and going through life and suffering. I want people to enjoy it. We only get one. Each and every person is so important to this world. I feel like we all have something to give back. We're all connected, you know? And it's like, I don't want to see people suffer anymore. I've seen people suffer my entire life. And I want to see people prosper. I want to see people doing well. I don't want to go to any more funerals. I don't want to hear. It's just trying to make the biggest impact as we can while we're here.
now, on your podcast, you feature a lot of comeback stories, near death experiences.
Mhm.
For me, doing the show and hearing all these, because I have a bit of everything on, but just hearing these stories is such amazing therapy for me personally.
Mhm.
Like how to talking to these people and hearing their stories, how's that helping your healing and keeping you on track?
Oh, big time. Cuz I mean, even though we're at where we're at, there's still days that are hard.
Oh yeah.
There's still days that I'm just like, man, why do I go to the gym? Why do I do this? Like, it's just like, why do I torture myself? But then, like, you hear, like, Tavis, one of the guys that I had on, who literally has cerebral palsy. Like, he's in walkers. And it's like, to hear what he said about life and to hear how he viewed his life, you know? Even the girl from the gym, Whitney, who now she used to be an alcoholic like us, and she is freaking, oh my goodness, she's one of the like most fit girls, fit women I've ever seen in my life. And you see these people and you're just like, man, it just makes the things we complain about and the things that we think are hard, you have to think like, okay, well, what if I was on crutches every day? What if I was, in those positions and that was my everyday life? Like, we think we have it so bad, but it's like you start to see and get a glimpse in other people's lives, and you're just like, man, like, and they still are positive and they're still, moving forward, and they still have such a great just mindset on life? So to me, it helps me keep moving forward. Like, I need to hear it sometimes. I feel like God puts people in my life to be like, I'll be like, yeah, or I'll be depressed or I'll be feeling a certain way. And then I'll get shown something or somebody will come into our life and you're just like, man, and it humbles you from
One of my
hearing all this.
biggest lessons I've taken from this show is that on the addiction side and the mental health side, I've had doctors, lawyers, musicians, rappers. I had a Miss America pageant on that tried to take her own life. Like you never know what shit people are going through. So
Yes.
if anyone was like at a gym and they saw you and Jeff, they're working out together, sometimes people, oh, look at them, they got their shit so together. They just had it like, you know what I mean? But
Hmm.
you never know. Everyone's got a story. And if I ever see someone at the gym that's struggling, I'll just walk up and say, hey, you're kicking ass there. Like, keep it up. Because it's just being positive and being kind to people. You don't know everyone what people are going through that are in there, right? So, what do you ever get that kind of, a snotty look from someone that looks at you and Jeff, they're working out together, thinking, oh my God, look at those two. Like they just walked off The Bachelor or something. But
Oh, Bachelor. I know. Oh my goodness. More than you could ever think. Like, I think though that we're so used to it now. We, to be honest, I enjoy it because I want somebody to stereotype me and then I want to talk to you and show you my heart. I
mhm.
want to show you how, like, anybody can stereotype anybody. All the time, me and Jeff will play the game. Like, we'll be in the gym, like, I wonder what that couple's like, or I wonder what this couple's like, or they could be that way, you know? But it's crazy when you talk to people and it's like everybody actually has a story. Like, there's, it's so much deeper. And like you're saying, you never know what somebody's going through. You have no idea. Like, I used to work in the mall and I worked in a salon for makeup, and there was a lady that was so mean to me, but I just kept killing her with kindness. I'm like, I'm gonna just keep killing her with kindness, and finally I broke her, and come to find out her husband just passed away. It's like you it's just always better to just be kind. I think no matter what, we're human. We're going to stereotype people. I think that's just kind of part of our mechanics of how we are. But at the same time, it's just like try to find the kindness in your heart to know, that that's just like the cover of a book.
Mm,
You have no idea how deep the layers of that book are until you really speak to somebody and get to talk to them. So
beautiful.
you have no idea. You could take one look at somebody, even them taking one look at us, like, oh, they have it made. And then we'll talk to somebody in the gym, and Jeff will be like, yeah, I've been hit by a car. They're like, wait, what? And they're watching us just fly around all crazy, working out as much. But I don't know. It's just, yeah, I think anybody that's come far, like, just, yeah, keep going. Like, keep just living every day like it's your last. That's what you have
So
to do.
if somebody's watching this right now that's kind of stuck, same damn repeat, no discipline, no purpose, maybe drinking, self-medicating, what's one best piece of advice you could give someone that's struggling with that?
I would say the biggest thing is you need to get around people who love you. You need, like, the biggest thing I ever did was eliminate the people around me who I thought were my friends,
Mm,
but really didn't have my best interest in mind. And I don't think anybody can get out of anything that, like, deep, or if you are a deep alcohol, like big time alcoholic, you need other people. Like, we're social creatures. You need people around you that love you, that aren't going to BS you and be like, hey, you have a problem, you
mhm.
know? And I think that's the biggest thing that helped me is just having somebody. Like, you're, even if you're married or you have a spouse, like having somebody around you that's good for you. Like, you have to eliminate anybody that doesn't, like, see the best for you. That would be my biggest, like, advice. Definitely.
You know what's funny too is when I don't know if you noticed this, but when I stopped drinking, I lost a lot of friends. And then people would call and be like, "Hey man, just come out and have like just come out and have one beer with us." I'm like, "No, man, I don't want to be at a pub anymore." Like me and my girlfriend will go to karaoke and we'll go for an hour till all the really drunk people start coming in, and then we'll leave. Well, number one, I'm old. I can't stay up past 11 anymore, but I just don't like being around what I used to be. Just stupid drunk people falling over the place. It really annoys the shit out of me. I can't do it.
Oh, big time. I think my hardest thing why I kept going back to alcohol was because I think at first when people quit, you get a little bit bored. I don't know if that happened to you, where I was like, I was so used to a certain lifestyle that it was like, well, wait, what am I supposed to do now? Like,
Mm.
every event, every place I went, I drank for, you know? It wasn't like, I don't know. So, yeah, that would be the other thing is like finding like new hobbies. I think that's very helpful. Like, I swear hiking changed the game for me. It did.
Oh, really?
Oh my goodness. Like, even after I quit drinking, we kind of like escalated into food and snacks. That's where you've seen his pictures where he's gaining like a lot of weight. It's crazy to look at him now like that. And so, but then like we discovered hiking one day because we're like, man, we love nature. Like, let's just go. And we just fell in love with it. Like, that was something that truly keeps me sober to this day because of how much it clears my mind. Like, I escape the chaos, I escape the everyday, and I can kind of be like one with the universe for that glimpse moment in time.
You know what's amazing is that the people that say like, "Hey, good job" or "Great job," all those comments and stuff, they get pushed aside so fast. I had a friend of mine that I used to hang out with for like 10 years back in my drunk every night days. And then I talked to him about a year ago, so after I haven't been drunk in 2 years, and he's like, Dave, you were a real asshole back then. I couldn't even stand to be around you most nights." And that was probably the hardest thing I ever had to hear Because you're just partying with people, you're having a blast, and someone says you were really pretty intolerable back then. I don't even remember it. So I'm like, well, I apologize to him. But that's one of the hardest things to hear that, you just think you're a crazy guy and everyone gets a big kick at you, and then you hear something like that. It's tough.
Oh, it's for sure tough. I had multiple people tell me that I switched personalities, that I wasn't the same. I came like this close to losing Jeff. Like, it was like the man of my dreams popped in, and I'm like, I can't give up alcohol for this man that loves me, And then I think it was hard too. What really got me was to see my mom drunk,
Mm,
and people would say I was a lot like my mom. So I got to experience what I was like almost outside of my own bubble, and it just made me like just so sick to my stomach. Or I'd see videos the next day or pictures the next day or like things that I did, and that was just yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
So when you go to the gym, are you guys blaring tunes in your head, or are you just listening to the background noise like me? Because I used to go to Escape and I got my heavy bag playlist, but then now that me and my girlfriend are working out together, we'll just have the gym background music on because we go when no one's there. It's just me and
Yeah.
her.
Oh, that's
And
the best time when
but
it's dead.
what's your go-to song at the gym that fires you up, gets the blood going, or artist?
Oh man. Well, for one, depending on our moods, sometimes we'll have headphones in, sometimes we won't. It just depends how talkative we feel like being. And sometimes I need to get in the zone, so I'll put the headphones in and he'll sometimes have them in. So it's kind of just a mixed bag. And then songs wise, I just love hip hop music gets me. And I think what it is growing up in like Sacramento, and it was kind of like definitely in more of a ghetto, I guess, area you could say. So something about it sparks me to make me like want to just pump that and rock.
See, for me, I'm stuck in the '80s hair band and heavy metal stuff that gets me going, and like a lot of Disturbed, but I also have a playlist that has like Run DMC and Daddy Yankee on it, so I never know what's coming on my playlist. So
See, I know that's how I usually am. I think though the biggest thing, what gets me the biggest pump at the gym is I have to get angry. Like, have you ever heard of David Goggins?
no,
I'm sure you have. No?
I don't know. I don't
Oh
think so.
my. You have to that's gosh, was a huge turning point in my life when I read his book, David Goggins. And he talks about a lot of what he went through as a child, and he was a Navy SEAL and all this stuff. I got to see him in person. It was so amazing. You have to look him up.
I will.
But it's I like to store everything, like all the bad things that I've heard about myself. So, like when I've gotten teased, to when I was an alcoholic, to just people telling me throughout jobs, like, you'll never be anything, or like anybody who didn't believe in me, any of that negative talk, it gets me going. Like, it fuels me. So, like, times where I'm pushing at the gym or I'm trying to just build momentum, it's like, oh, they never said you'd ever amount to anything. The best thing someone could tell me is I can't do something. And then it's like my competitive nature comes out. And then I think of this is something you could relate to too. When I'm at the gym, I'll think about times where I was in my alcoholism. So times where I was in lot of pain, lot of pain, or I was like crying in the bathtub, or it was just a lot of shame that I went through with it. And I think when I push myself at the gym, I lock into that in my mind, and that's what makes me push even harder.
Beautiful. I love it. I don't know if Jeff forewarned you about my stupid question at the end of my episodes, but we're
Oh,
gonna
for sure.
see we're gonna see whose answer is higher. But everybody, you're watching us, check out all the links down there in the description. We'll put the link to your podcast and TikTok and all that stuff. And
Heck yeah.
like, subscribe, all that cool shit my daughter tells me to say. But thanks for coming on with me, sharing your story, and
Of
maybe I
course.
know you and Jeff and me and my girlfriend Amanda were kind of similar, two power couples. So we're gonna have
Heck
to work
yeah.
on maybe we can both come on your show. We'll get that going. And
Yes. We definitely have to. I would love that.
we go from phases. She's like, I want to do it, I don't want to do it, I can't do it, but we're getting there. But
Oh, I get it. Being on camera, it takes time to hear your own voice and everything. It takes time,
it does.
practice.
And you know what? Like even 5 episodes, I used to have these glasses on my head for every show because I just turned 50 and like the hairline's starting to slip back a bit. So it was my comfort thing.
Yeah,
And then I had this wrapper on with me, and I don't know if you saw the post, but when he started, he was closed off like this. He was so nervous. And then about he had his hoodie up, right? Hoodie up over his head, head down a bit. About halfway through our show, he's like this. We're just chilling, we're just talking. And at the end of the episode, he had this big smirk on his face. The hoodie was down, and he said it was his aha moment. And I'm like, you know what? Screw these glasses. I don't need this shit on my head because somebody had commented and said, your big dumb glasses and your big dumb cross. Well, this is never going anywhere.
yeah.
But the glasses came off by my choice. So it's pretty powerful how certain episodes can affect us just as much as guests or people watching. I love it.
Oh, big time. You could always just shave it too.
Oh, I do. I usually do. I usually keep it
Oh
pretty.
yeah. Then you don't have to worry about it at all. No
That's right.
hairline.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So here's my final question.
Okay.
A 100-meter pigeon carrying contest. How many pigeons could you have in your arms and still have left in your arms at the end of the 100-meter race?
Hmm. Trying to think carrying them. How that would feel. Maybe two on each side and one in the middle. So maybe I would say five.
5. Wow. That'll put you about 95 behind your other half there, Jeff, who's at 100.
Oh
So
my goodness.
he's got big expectations. I don't, he was my second highest answer, so it was pretty impressive.
Oh my goodness. I'm just trying to be realistic. I mean,
Like,
it depends what I'm winning. I might put a little competition in there. I might carry some more.
so if people want to find you online, well, I'll have all the links in there, but podcasts, how often do you put out episodes and where can they primarily find it?
Yeah. So now on YouTube, it'll be under the Flobella Way. So we're going to start shooting those off even more frequent. So we were working with a television station. We just started. Now we're kind of going off on our own. So we'll be on YouTube. We're going to try to do some at least twice a week. And then, let's see. And then Instagram, all that good stuff, like Chelsey Bell, Facebook, the Flobella Way. I know you'll put links down below too. So
Perfect. Well, keep on inspiring people. And everyone, if down in the description as well, I'm going to put Jeff's episode, Chelsea's other half of the power couple. And yeah, just if you're out there, just say, find one person a day and say one nice thing to someone. It can change lives. And you never know, something so stupid or simple can have an impact on someone.
seriously.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on with me. Have an awesome day, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you for having me.